Hi folks, my name is Steve and this is my brand new channel, Slick Toys. Slick Toys is my business name. I've been using it for a lot of years and I just thought I'd name the channel that. So that's where that came from. This channel will mainly focus on the Glowforge. We might get into some other things like sublimation and Cricut and stuff like that. I do have those items, but I don't use them as often as I'd like to. But we just bought a Glowforge and we bought the Glowforge Pro. So we need to make some money with it, and I thought what better thing to do but to share the journey with maybe folks out there in YouTubes and see if maybe you guys like it too. We will have a referral link. Everybody that buys a Glowforge gets a referral link. That will be found down below. We can talk about that more later, but you can save up to $500, and I get a little bit as well. So without further ado, we are going to make our first project. Not really our first project. I've been toying around with it, but first project for YouTube. It's going to be a simple little project for tonight, just to get you guys familiar with me and my channel, and maybe a little bit of the operation of the Glowforge. So we'll go ahead and go over to the desktop here, and this is app.glowforge.com. You may catch me looking off to the sides, and that's because I have my camera in the middle of two monitors, and I see there's a pretty good glare off that light. So I will be looking off to the sides, but this is what we got. As you can see, we've already been working on a few things up here. The very first thing I did was this, I think everybody does, is the gift of good measure deal, and I did that. You know, I didn't want to be cheesy and do what everybody else does, but I did it just to see the operation of the machine, and that's why they put it there. It does all three things. It cuts, it scores, and it engraves, and that's what the Glowforge does. So it was interesting and neat to actually watch it. So tonight we're going to go ahead and upload an item, and it is going to... What is the best thing I could think to do when I get a brand new Glowforge? Well, the best thing to do is to do a Bigfoot. So it's just I think it's just a PNG image. You can see I've already cut one. We're going to go ahead and make this guy a little smaller. Try to make him about the same size. That's pretty close. We're not going to leave him as is. If I leave him as is, all it's going to do is engrave. I don't even really want an engraving. All I want is a cutout. So right now we have the Glowforge Premium feature, which allows me to go over here and create an outline. And all I have to do is hit Create New Outline, and it'll give me an outline. Now that outline is way too big. I found on the last one that I like 0.001. And that gets me right in close. Oops, I accidentally clicked there. That's even bigger. See if we can slide it down. 0.03 is way too big even. I want 0.0... or was it 001? Let's see where 01 puts us. I like that, 0.01. And that's pretty much it for that. Then you go over here and it says engrave and cut. We don't want the engrave. I'm going to hit ignore up here, and that'll just give me the cut. So all I'm doing right now is cutting out the shape of Bigfoot. But I do think I want to figure if I can put a hole in this guy so I can maybe make a pendant out of him or something. So we're going to make a real tiny little hole and see where that goes. That's too big, I think. Oops. Control Z on a Windows computer and Command Z on a Mac will undo what you just did. I needed just to pick that. Not that. I want just the circle. Nope, it won't let me do that. Okay. I got it. Ah, there we go. Make it tiny. I don't need it very big. I just want it to be something you can hang. I could put it above them. I've seen people do that. Okay, it showed up as a cut, so we're good to go. Now we have the engrave turned off, or else it'll turn all black. and we don't want that for this particular item. So we have the 2 cuts. I could even really delete the inside if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. So now all there really is to do is hit print. And after this shows up and how long it's going to take, I'll put the camera over there on the Glowforge and you guys can watch the process. I promise that the video quality will probably remain the same. I don't do a lot of editing. 39 seconds, all right. So we don't even have to edit this one. We're just going to go over to the Glowforge here. Put you down. And we're going to go ahead and hit the magic button, I guess they call it, and see it go. 39 seconds isn't a very long time, so... Now, it cuts in the order you have them up there, so it will cut this first and then this second, and it would engrave it third. I would always put the engrave first, but I didn't do that because we're not engraving. So I don't care exactly. I actually would like the little circle cut first. It makes some noises. Now I have the inline fan going. We can talk about that in another video. But that is what we have right now. I chose to get an inline fan because, you know, quiet. We're in the cooling down phase. So I'm going to go over there and open it as soon as it says to open it. Alright, there you see it. Now it does still have the paper on it and stuff. The tape that they put on it. That came out pretty nice. It does. This is draft board. This is that medium draft board. As you saw, it chose it automatically because it has the QR code there. Now I've taken it out and the bed has refreshed. We're gonna go ahead and go big here, so you guys can see what's going on. So this is the pendant. This is a weeder. They got this at Dollar Tree. They sell those now, apparently. They got crafty stuff. So it's kind of fun to go there and find things. I love to do things on a budget. I need to take my glasses off. I'm half blind with them on when I got to look that close. Alright, there we go. So the weeder works actually pretty well. This tape is on there really good too. This proofread material. But it never leaves, as far as I can tell so far, it doesn't leave sticky residue, which is good. I don't yet have the right kind of tape. I'm using painter's tape on my stuff. I didn't go with the cheap painter's tape. I watched a lot of videos before I started this, and I saw a lot of people's tape peeling up, so I bought a little bit better tape, and I've used it, and it actually works really well, even in the intricate stuff. So right now we're going to use painter's tape until I decide which tape to go with to mask these things off. And the reason you mask them off is because of this burn here. So if you see the burning on the edges, that's what the masking tape does. It covers the project, so you don't have to worry about the burning on that edge. So when you peel the tape off, it goes with it, which is nice. Now, there's certain things like the slate we didn't have to put the masking on because it's not going to burn slate. At least it didn't for me. Well, that does not want to come up. There we go. Now, I used to have the Cricut version of this. I don't know if I still have it around. It's not quite as good, this particular Dollar Tree one, but it's actually good for what it's for. I mean, it works. I haven't used it with vinyl, so I don't know if it works as good with vinyl. But to get this tape off, and this medium draft board is pretty hardy, you're not really going to scratch it that much. So this takes longer than the cut. I wish it would come off all in one piece. It just doesn't. Maybe my draft board's been sitting around a while. I don't know. Maybe this is normal. I don't know. But it takes me a while to get this off. It's another reason I went with the painter's tape for what I want to do until I get the good stuff. I've only had the Glowforge for a couple of days. So, I mean, a beginner can really do this. I would suggest watching YouTube videos before you make your decision. Understand some of the ins and outs. It was invaluable to me to do all the YouTube videos, watch all the YouTube videos prior to buying this, because I learned what to do and what not to do, at least on a lot of things. So there you go. There's your Bigfoot. It even leaves a little small hole right there. With that trace feature, it doesn't get quite up in there far enough, but this is good enough for what I want it for. This is just a little, maybe pendant or something. You could also paint these. You could engrave something on them. I mean, there's a lot of different things you could do with this Bigfoot guy. But for me, it's just to hang on the wall because I am into that sort of thing, as you can see. So anyway, that is our first video. Again, probably ought to put my glasses back on so I can see. We have a link down below. It will save you up to $500 on a Glowforge. I did it. I found a smaller YouTube channel so the guy would get some credit, and I liked his videos. So I did used his referral link, saved me $500, and you can do the same thing by clicking that link below, and it'll save you up to $500. Depends on which one you get. It is a referral link, and I get the same amount, so it's pretty nice. So thanks for watching. We're going to put out some more content. I don't know how often, but it should be fairly frequently and fairly consistently. That's about it for this this video. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good night.